Welcome to the session on incorporation of company. We know company is an entity. It's an artificial person created by law having a common seal and perpetual succession. It is one of the entity that is different from a sole trader or a partnership. The most important aspect of a company is that it's having a corporate entity different from its members. An individual is having an entity while a partnership is not having, because it is only an association of person. But a company, when it is subject to the process of incorporation, which is the legal process of bringing the company into existence, it will acquire a corporate personality. The corporate personality makes a company distinct from its members. And we have seen in the English classical cases where the company personality is different and it creates a new personality different as an individual itself. And we know that as far as a company is concerned, the important process of bringing the company into existence is what is called incorporation. The incorporation in modern times is quite different from the incorporation that has been done during Companies Act 1956. Presently, it is seen that our company department has become a department of corporate affairs, and most affairs are online. And there is a business of what I should say, more on system and system-oriented activity and corporate governance. So what happens is we have to have a detailed procedure for identifying the directors of the company, shareholders of the company, providing with the director identification number, providing with the details of a PAN, providing with the address, separate address for their identity as well as separate identity for their office, and also providing a kit by which a technological process of incorporation is possible. In the case of incorporation, it is required that presently it is all digital and require a digital signature which has to be taken by every applicant. The applicant for a company shall first make an application to the central government for obtaining the name approved by the central government. Previously, this power was vested with the registrar of companies. Now it is from the central process unit of the central government that the names are asserted. It shall not violate the names rules as accepted by the central government. If a name is found acceptable, then the applicant has to make an application online using the digital signature and also with the digital signature of the concerned professional, who shall be a chartered accountant or a company secretary or a cost accountant or some other person who has been authorized in this respect, and he has to make an application, and it includes a process by which the memorandum of association, articles of association and other documents are generated automatically by the process of its submission. As soon as you are getting the forms and the name approved and applications are made in the prescribed format that is provided under the Companies Act as per the rules of the new Companies Act 2013, you will get certain forms downloaded, and on filling those downloaded, which may largely relate to the registered office of the company, the list of directors of the company, and the list of persons who are interested in the company, and also the other objectives and activities of the company. And on submitting of all these details, there will be a generation of a kit which consisting of the PAN number and director identification number of each applicant for which application is to be made. On submission of this application in a proper manner, the company will be processed by the registrar of the company of the concerned state, having the jurisdiction to activate this procedure. The registrar of company or receiving such an application shall process the application and see that all the formalities in regard to the Companies Act have been complied with, and all the proper filing fee has been paid, and all the columns are filled, all directors are identified, and all steps in regard to incorporation of the company has been done. When all these procedures are done, it is quite natural on the part of the registrar to issue a certificate called Certificate of Incorporation of the Company, which shall be the conclusive proof that the company has come into existence. Previously, under 1956, for a private company, a company was entitled to start with the Certificate of Incorporation. But a public company needed certificate of commencement for the starting of the business. But subsequent to the passing of 2013 Act and recently, now it has come to the stage where certificate of commencement is taken away. And now there is only one process of having certificate of incorporation. A company which is receiving certificate of incorporation can immediately commence its activity as a company, and there is no further restriction for the commencement of the business. A company which is thus brought into existence is a legal entity under Companies Act and has to file all the returns annually as per the provisions of the Companies Act. And in such cases, since the director identification is proper, the duty is cast on each and every director thereof to comply with the provisions of the Companies Act. Failing which there is a step and procedure for ensuring the compliance of the provisions of the Companies Act. Thus, company has been much more streamlined, and now the companies are coming into existence with proper process, procedure and the methods. And this is the process by which a company is incorporated in India. Thank you.